Roman numeral 3, and let's start to begin the discussion about how these things get disclosed, because they're a bit more complicated than your everyday transaction, which is why we dedicate 2 hours here to making sure that there's a little more clarity with how we go about these. One of the things that they do is they set up a section in Regulation Z, the Truth in Lending Act, specific to construction loans and then other types of what we'll call multiple advance closed-end loans. So many in the industry, when they provide construction financing, they do so with a product that is structured as a multiple advance closed-end loan. Okay, that's what Regulation Z Appendix D speaks to. The idea is I'm going to make you a $250,000 loan to build your dream home, but you don't know when you need the money. Okay, you know that you need to have the money available, but you just don't know when you're going to have to advance funds. And Reg D says, well, since we don't know when the advances are going to walk out the door, okay, but we know that we're going to give them $250,000, we have to provide some either middle of the road estimates or a worst case scenario to give the applicant some sort of idea of what repayment and costs look like along the way. You'll see in paragraph Roman numeral 3 at the top of the page, in the very last line, it talks about not knowing when the advances are going to be made. That's the real issue with disclosing, is we don't know when the advances are, so we can't provide a nailed down, here's what your payment's going to be. Here's what your costs are going to be with respect to finance charges and things like that. Now, some fees we know, okay, they're static, they don't change based on when the amount's advanced, but interest does, and that's the tricky part. So when Appendix D comes to the table, you have some decisions to make as to how you want to go about disclosing these types of transactions. Okay, you have a choice in letter A at the top of page number 4 to either assume that half the commitment is outstanding for the entire term of the loan and base disclosures on that, or A2, that interest will accrue on 100% of the loan proceeds for the entire term of the loan. So let's back up a second here.